Okay, so for our next unit, we're going to be dealing with something called symmetry. Symmetry is when a piece of art is exactly the same on one side as it is on the other, or is the same on the top as it is on the bottom, or it could be diagonal. Okay, and if you look at this colored pencil picture of a butterfly, you can see that this wing is exactly the same as this wing. They are perfectly symmetrical with one another. So if we divided it in half, this side would mirror this side. And we also call this mirror symmetry because it's exactly the same as a mirror. Okay? Now, there is an invisible line here that divides the butterfly in half. We can't see it, but it is there. Okay? And that is called a line of symmetry. A line of symmetry is a line, either visible or invisible, that divides something into equal parts. Some shapes have more than one. Aha! So if you look at the letter C here, I can divide it this way, and the top is exactly the same as the bottom. The diamond has more than one line of symmetry. You can see it here. So I know I can divide it this way. The top is the same as the bottom here. I can divide it this way, where the sides are the same, or I can divide it the two other ways, and it will still be exactly the same as one side as on the other. So we have 4 lines of symmetry there. The pine tree, divided in half vertically. This side is the same as this side. So there's 1 line of symmetry. The oval has a line of symmetry just like the tree, vertical, but it also has the sides are the same. So it has 2 lines of symmetry here. Okay? And to further explain what you're going to need to do, you're going to look at a shape, and you're going to try and figure out where the line of symmetry is. So in this case, this house-looking shape, I can see the top is not the same as the bottom, so we can't put the line this way. However, the sides are the same, so we can put a line here. And that is our only line of symmetry for that shape. A square, okay, we know that the square is equal on all sides. So we know that we can divide it in half this way and this way. But wait, we're not done. If you look, this side is the same as this side, so I can divide it this way and I can divide it that way. So it has 4 lines of symmetry. And then our triangle, top isn't the same as the bottom, but the sides are the same, so there is your line of symmetry. Okay, so on this page right here, you're going to have to try and find all the lines of symmetry for each item. So if I look at the star, I can see that this side is exactly the same as this side. So I know that the line of symmetry is here. I can't divide it this way. I can't divide it that way. I can't divide it that way. So I'm done with that one. Okay? There are several on this page that might have more than 1 line of symmetry. That is for you to figure out. In fact, I will give you a clue. There are 2 things on this paper that have more than 1 line of symmetry. Only 2. You're doing the same thing for this page. And then we get into some drawing items. Okay? So you might want to pause the video and do the first 2 pages, and then we'll get into this. Okay, so what we have to do here is draw the other half of these items. You can see that the thing we're supposed to draw is slightly darker. Okay, you're going to use the grid to your advantage. So it's a mirror image. You are drawing the other side to make it symmetrical. Like so. Make sure you press hard enough that I can see what you're working on. And there is your first one. Okay, so you're going to do these 6. Then, same thing here. You're shading in the squares to show the other side of the picture. Remember, it's a mirror image. So you're not drawing these things sliding this way. You're flipping it. Neatness counts for every single thing you are doing. So stay in your lines and do it neat. And you can see that I drew the other side of the image. And then the last page is more of the same thing, except this time you're drawing the other half of the castle. Now this is the most difficult of all of them. Just pay attention to how many dots each line goes. And then any additional items that you might need to do. Notice the flag goes that way. The flag's going to go this way on this one. So hopefully you see that. Don't forget about windows and so on. They all count. Okay? Take your time with this one. Each line is worth a point. Okay? And once you are finished, you may turn it in and you are done. Please do not forget to put your name on the front.